Hey there. Thank you for joining me. It's a Friday. We're going to have a bit of fun. And I wanted to share something that I've been doing. I really enjoyed it. And I'm hoping that you would enjoy it too. I have recently started up my own podcast. And it is called Fireside Chat with Jason Stanley. If you look up Fireside Chat, you'll see a bunch of people sitting around a campfire with the name of the podcast over it. It's been really enjoyable to try to do it. And I'll give a few shout outs with that here in this video, but I wanted to let all of you know about it in case you kind of like what I'm saying, but you're not the biggest fan of the way that this works. I mean, it's a video and I'm sitting here talking into the camera the whole time. It's about it. And I realized, I really like listening to podcasts. I listen to a number of different podcasts on a number of different things, from sports to different Christian topics. So I really enjoy different kinds of podcasts, and thought, you know what? If I'm just sitting here talking, maybe this would be better done as a podcast. Kind of think it would be a little bit better. So every Wednesday when I am getting ready to put out my devotional video, I am putting out the podcast for the week, and it really is normally just these videos. Now, for this week, I share for the fun segment. I don't just talk about, hey guys, like, I've started this podcast and this has been great, and that'd be really weird. Instead, for the fun segment this week, I shared I'm reading a very enjoyable book, just a fun read, and then talked about the Chicago Bears and Manchester United. Two things I've talked about so many times on this fun video. I figured it would be good to give all of you a break from hearing me talk about that again, and introduce that to my podcast so that they could hear just about how I relaxed, and it would fill in instead of me talking about the podcast that I'm doing. So I wanted to share that with all of you, that I am doing this podcast. It has a fun segment, which is normally the same as what my Friday video will be. It has the more devotional segment, like the Wednesday videos. It has the thinking more deeply segment, like the Saturday videos. So it has kind of all three videos pushed in together. It's done a little different. So I thought it would be really good with this podcast to try to slow down and calm down. And so I'm going to be a lot more energetic here as we are talking in the video than I am on the podcast. The podcast, I want to try to be more calm, more subdued, because I think that is something that we need. You go all over the place on the radio, on TV, podcasts online, and you get people talking about how everything is the most this, the biggest that, the worst, the best, and they just get so charged up, and they're yelling and they're screaming and they're going crazy all the time. And I think it's very helpful for us to have voices that are just not that. Whatever the voices are doing, the voices are just saying, we are not that thing. And so that's what I'm trying to do with the podcast. We're not going to get super excited. I'm not going to be yelling, shouting, unless something really crazy happens. And then, I'll still show emotion as needed, but it won't be the like crazy over the top stuff that you get elsewhere. I'm purposefully trying to be a lot more subdued in that setting. I do have to say a huge shout out to Anchor. They are a podcast streaming, and they're like a podcast design app. So they have all sorts of resources to help you get started. Excuse me. Wow. They have all sorts of resources to help you get started with a podcast, to help you think about what you're going to do, to help you build every podcast episode effectively. And it also gets your podcast out to places where people can listen to them. So a lot of us think, listen to a podcast, you're going to go to the podcast app on your iPhone. But podcasts are now going out all over the place. iHeartRadio does podcasts. Spotify does podcasts. There's like a Google podcast platform. You could find them all over the place. And Anchor helps to give you one place where you can make your podcast and control it and see what's going on. And then it just kind of says, okay, now it's going everywhere. And it's going to put it on all sorts of different platforms so that you can reach as many people. And it just makes it really easy. I don't have to try to figure out, okay, how do I format these files to get them properly on these different sites? It's like, no, I can literally just record what I want to say, and then and then I go from there. And it's worked so well. I'm so extremely pleased with it. So yeah, if you enjoy these videos and you just kind of would prefer to just have them all at once to listen to at your leisure, go check out Fireside Chat. And I am super excited to have it. I have thought for a little, like when I've been doing these videos, I was kind of like, man, it would be kind of nice to just have them as a podcast instead of as all these different videos. And I'll still do videos for the foreseeable future, broken up like this, but it has really helped me to be able to kind of think through, okay, what do I want to say, and how can I say it, and how can I get it out there? And it also just really helps. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of an external thinker. And so when I am talking about something and getting it outside of my head elsewhere, it really helps me too. And so when I'm talking about these things, even with the fun videos talking about my sports teams, when I'm talking about these devotionals and I'm talking through these deeper thoughts, it's really helpful to me, and it's very enjoyable for me, because it helps me work through a lot of things that I definitely need to keep working through, but don't always have the easiest time doing it if I'm just sitting by myself. So thank you for continuing to watch these videos. It has been very helpful for me to know that these videos make a difference, and that you hear them and they get you thinking about things, or you enjoy thinking about some of the fun things. And I'm very grateful for everyone who's been listening to my podcast, and I'm looking forward to continuing to have a bit of fun with all of this. It really has been a lot of fun, and I'm so grateful that you have helped me continue to have fun like this. So thank you very much. God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you all later.